You ever look up at the night sky and just feel small? I do. It's humbling, staring at all those stars, knowing there's a whole lot out there we haven't even begun to understand. But some folks, they don't just look up and wonder. They look up and see a challenge. Elon Musk is one of those folks. This is a guy who dreamed of rockets when the rest of us were dreaming of cars. He saw potential in a field littered with the wreckage of failed dreams. This is the story of how Elon Musk took on the final frontier, one explosive failure at a time. Now, let's be clear. Space ain't for the faint of heart. It's a brutal, unforgiving place. It'll chew you up and spit you out if you let it. And believe me, it's got a long history of doing just that. For every successful launch, there are countless stories of rockets going boom, dreams going bust, and billions of dollars literally up in smoke. But that didn't stop Musk. In fact, you could say it kind of fueled him. See, Elon's journey is about more than just rockets. It's about the power of grit. It's about what happens when you refuse to let failure be the final answer. For a long time, space exploration was the domain of governments. Big budgets, bigger rockets, and even bigger risks. But it was also a game steeped in secrecy and bureaucracy. The kind of environment where innovation goes to die. And honestly, for a long time, it felt like the dream of space travel was fading. The early triumphs of the space race had given way to a kind of collective shrug. Space was expensive, dangerous, and what did we really have to show for it? Then came Elon Musk. Now, this wasn't some government-funded scientist working in a sterile lab. This was a guy who made his fortune on the internet. He co-founded PayPal, for crying out loud. He could have spent his days on a beach somewhere, sipping something fancy out of a coconut. But no. He looked at the stars, saw a problem, and decided to fix it. And that problem was this. Space travel was too damn expensive. Musk figured if we ever wanted to make space accessible, to turn humanity into a multi-planetary species, we needed to find a better way. And that's how SpaceX was born. SpaceX wasn't just about building rockets. It was about building them better, cheaper, and faster. Musk wanted to do for space travel what Henry Ford did for cars, make it affordable and accessible. But let me tell you, that's easier said than done. Launching things into space is about as complex and dangerous as it gets. There's a reason why countries, not companies, were doing it. But Musk, he's not one to back down from a challenge. He poured his own money into SpaceX, mortgaged his house, and basically bet everything on this crazy dream. He assembled a team of brilliant, slightly crazy engineers and told them to forget everything they thought they knew about rocket science. The first few years of SpaceX were, well, a little rough around the edges. To put it mildly, they had some problems. Rockets blew up on the launch pad. Others made it into the air before tumbling back down to Earth in a fiery mess. There were times when it seemed like SpaceX was destined to be just another crater in the long history of space exploration. And the media, they had a field day. They called Musk a reckless dreamer, a billionaire playboy with more money than sense. But here's the thing about Elon Musk. He's not afraid to fail. In fact, he embraces it. He sees failure as a learning opportunity. Every explosion, every miscalculation, every fiery crash was just another piece of data. Another chance to figure out what didn't work and try again.